Oh, we're back. We is back. So the video for picking up the frame is still saving on the computer. It's 1:30. I want to go swing by, grab a Subway. Do have my wallet on me. She's all tucked away, sitting on the trailer still. I'm friggin' stoked right now. I spent the last couple hours just looking at parts. So I gotta find tall GM spindles. Most best bet to find, to find those is probably going to be for a second generation Camaro or Firebird. Although full-size GM cars from I think 77 to 81, Pontiac, Chevy, Olds, also the 73 to 77 Olds Cutlasses, Cutlass Supremes use tall spindles. But I'm going to have to start searching around, see what I can find for some of those. They came with 11-inch disc brakes, which will be just fine. That would take care of my conversion issue. Do that, and I need the new upper control arms and ball joints, and then I have to get different tie rod ends. Upper control arms through Global West are about 550 bucks. That's with bushings. I think they're urethane. And the tie rod ends are about 62. So I'm looking at, another $600. But that would pretty much take care of the front suspension. Rear end, I've got the bushings coming. I should be able to reuse all my original, the track bars and whatnot. Although, Big Paw, if you're watching, I am going to look into some track bars or some lake bars or something like that along the back end, lower end. So, but I want to look into see if those are going to kind of fit what I'm wanting to go with overall on the car. Because I want something that's just going to handle well, drive nice. I'm not looking for something that's going to tear up this track or be an Autobahn burner or any one specific task. I just want a nice all-around car that does everything somewhat well. I'm not looking to build the fastest car on the street or the fastest car on the strip. I'm not like that. I just want something that's nice, that I can enjoy, have fun with, take to shows, cruise around, and be comfortable. But yeah, did a lot of research here the last couple hours looking at those steering of the front suspension changes. That's definitely something I'm going to put into that. Front spindles will lower the car an inch, and then the new springs, which is something else I need, that's another, what, $350, $400, $450, somewhere in there. Hotchkiss makes red ones, which I could respray them, and I can't remember the other brand right now, but they make them in gray powder coat. I'll probably go for those. I think they're a little bit cheaper too. Same spring rates, same everything. But yeah, that's where we're at with the Olds right now. Of course, I gotta finish the Cadillac. I gotta get the Jeep back up on the road. I gotta get that bathroom knocked out. Lots of other projects that I need to concentrate on, which is also going to take money. It's going to take me a couple grand just to get that chassis put together the way I want it. It's heavy fog up here today. It's not going to lift anytime soon. It's 33 degrees when I left the house. Cup's got himself somebody pulled over there. Got to listen to the bitchy neighbor across the street just cuss out her kid. I was going to get the camera going, but she stormed off after that. Would have been good to record her and turn her dumbass in. That poor kid just stood there and took it. Kind of felt bad for him watching that. I don't even know if she knew I was there. Should probably still call Protective Services and at least report her. That was completely uncalled for. But we're going to grab a Subway here real quick. I'm going to kick you guys off. I'm going to start the drive in. I got some other things to yak about concerning work, which I'm sure you all have been following in the news. But, let's just back her in over here. Don't need to have front door parking. Guess the truck's all nice and warm from the drive earlier today. Got those control arms roll around in the bag too. I may need to flip those over so they don't drive me nuts. Okay, back in the jiff. And we're back. Check this out. See if we can do this. There we go. Yeah. Nice little IROC Camaro. I always wanted a white one with T-tops and tan interior. Cloth, don't like leather. Maybe someday. That's probably going to be the next big, I used to call muscle car to start buying and building up. I mean, they're pretty popular now. Okay, we've got lunch for the day. I've got icicles hanging off the mirror. There's people walking in the parking lot. Yeah, I don't know, I got the adrenaline going. I'm just anxious to start work on that chassis. I don't have any parts yet. It's gonna cost me a few bucks, but I got a goal in sight now. You know, I've had that car, geez, 3 years? I'm trying to remember, maybe, I think it's coming up on 3 years. Anyway, long story short, I've had it for a little while. You know, I've done some work to it, nothing major, other than tearing it apart. But that frame was what was holding me up. I just couldn't figure out what I was going to do. I was digging through my options to fix it. You know, I just cut that frame horn off and re-weld a new one on, and then I'd be worried about the weld and if I were to hit something or vibrations off the bumper or whatever. So coming across this deal on this frame, that's a big relief in my mind right there. So now I can see where I'm going to go with this car. Before I always had a picture of this finished product in my head, but I could never figure out how I was going to get there. Now I can almost see a game plan forming. I need to get some pen and paper out. Hey Kevin, look, a Volvo station wagon on the left. It's even the right vintage. But yeah, I'm starting to formulate a game plan. I'm going to steer clear of the body for now. I'm going to concentrate on the chassis. I'd like to try to see if the frame that's under the car currently, even though it's bent on the front end, if it's still straight enough behind where the motor mounts. Maybe I can kind of use it as a jig to get the frame, the floor pan. I can't even talk right, I'm so excited. Get the floor pan cut out and then the piece welded in, get the trunk taken care of. But then again, too, talking to dude at the store, or at the restoration shop there, Louie, he did say, let him know he may have didn't call it a jig, like a frame, rolling frame that he could set it on, like a jig, basically. And even the way he was talking, it sounded like, yeah, borrow it for a while, take it home, set it up the way you want. It's like, I may just have to keep in touch with him. I'm seriously considering here in the next few days going back down there, chatting him up a little bit, and hey, you know, you need somebody to help out around the shop a little bit. Just to, you know, he's helping me a lot with the information and this frame itself. You know, return a favor. Maybe push a broom in his shop, help organize things a little bit. They just moved in, and learn some stuff while I'm there. You know, it's a possibility. We spend a couple days a week before work down there turning some wrenches. You know, you never know. Just get everybody right on the line. Turn the heat down. It's a little toasty in here now. Had it cranked up all day. Deflected a little more to the floor. So yeah, I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'm happy. Got to come up with a good good plan on where I want to go, because this is I want to do this right now. Before I was just gonna kind of half-ass it, get the thing on the road, play around with it a little bit, and then down the road do a good restoration if I kept the car. Now I'm thinking I don't have a reason not to do a good restoration, for the simple fact that the whole thing's got to come apart now. Let's do her up right. But anyway, enough about the 1970 Olds Cutlass Supreme. Come up with a project name for it too. That'd be kind of cool. Work. Boy, have we been getting slammed in the news here lately, huh? Those of you that follow aviation, even if you don't, you've probably heard all about it. All 787 Boeing Dreamliner jets are grounded worldwide. Got some battery issues. Now, we don't manufacture the batteries, we get them from a supplier. And everybody's kind of freaking out through the news media about this, but why are the battery issues just now cropping up? You know, is there a bad batch of batteries? I don't know. Why didn't this come up during our flight testing? Why didn't this come up, you know, in the last year that they have been flying around the world? Why are we just now starting to see that? Are they having problems with, as the batteries age a little bit, that they're degrading or something? Shorting out internally? Is it a wiring issue? No idea. Of course, even if I knew, I'm not in a position to talk about it, because that's the way things work with the big corporations. And of course, we did have a cracked windshield, which is a little concerning, because I think that's one of the planes I put the windows in, but they did get reworked a lot down at EMC as well, so I'm not too worried about it. My name may be on those jobs, but had, I guess, a brake issue where they locked up. I don't know if it was on landing or taxiing or what. So, and we've had some problems here in the last couple of weeks. Started with the battery fire in one of the Carolinas over there. A plane came in, or Boston it was. And then the next day, the same plane had a fuel leak. And then it got back home to Japan and it leaked fuel again. Different location. All this stuff is through the news. You can just look it up on Google, it'll give you a whole list of stuff. And again, is it a manufacturing problem? I don't want to say yes, I don't want to say no. Is it a maintenance issue on the airline's part? Again, I don't want to say yes, I don't want to say no. The investigation's ongoing. Of course, the general public, and even those of us on the shop floor, we probably won't hear the whole story. Because they just, even if it turns out to be a big issue inside Boeing or with the maintenance, they don't want that word to get out and ruin the reputation of that industry. But you can pretty much guarantee that people will learn from their mistakes on this. We've got FAA running around the factory right now. I haven't seen them yet with my own eyes, but they're pretty hot and heavy going through all our stuff, and we're supposed to be going through an internal audit here pretty soon, so they're kind of prepping for that as well, which we do yearly anyway. But hopefully we'll be back up in the air here shortly. Deep down, I kind of just hope it was maybe a batch of batteries that a little bad, chemicals weren't quite mixed properly, whatever, you know, they shorted out. It's not good for the battery manufacturer, but we do use lithium-ion batteries in the planes. I don't know if that's standard throughout Boeing, or if that's just the 787 because of the higher power demands that we have. But, you know, lithium-ion batteries have been around for a long time now. Most of these hybrid cars, I think all of them use lithium-ions. Cell phone batteries are lithium-ion. I mean, yes, there's been some reports of them catching fire, too. You can't just say that we're building crap. We're not. It is a little disheartening, though. But we are not shutting down production. I heard rumors about that at work, and I didn't really read any news articles, but we are continuing production in full swing. We're not slowing down. We cannot afford to do that to hold up our suppliers down the chain. Just keep on keeping on. It is what it is. We'll get through it. Every issues. Yes, airplanes are big, and aviation safety is a big issue. People don't want to crash. It's still one of the safest industries out there. Safest ways to travel. We'll just keep on keeping on, like I said before. And that's all I've got to say on that matter. How about this weather, huh? South Everett was nice and sunny, but it doesn't look like we're going to clear it up here. Part of the conversion zone. Hoping we get some sun this weekend. I never got that center carrier for the Dana 44 into the house. I need to do that this weekend. At least let it warm up for a day or so. Then maybe see about playing around getting those spider gears put in it. Get that axle put together. That's one project to check off the list. Cadillac, you know, I got things buttoned up under the hood. I've put the charger on the battery. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe tomorrow we'll go out there and turn the key, see what happens. A couple more things I want to do to get, and then probably get it posted for sale. Don't really want to sell it, but I won't miss it as much as that Crown Vic. Although once I get the olds up and going, I may be forgetting about the Crown Vic and the Cadillac. Trucks are both doing good. Well, tomorrow maybe doing some scrapping. At least running down to pick up some more stuff. I don't know if I'll have time to get it dropped off at the scrap yard, but we'll try. Take you guys along for that. Scrap yard's just over to the left there. I don't know what prices are like right now, but we'll just go take it in anyway. Hey, that's more money to dump out of the Oldsmobile. Next week I got a decent payout coming from Google, although I was going to put that towards a GoPro camera, a new one. I think I'm going to set that aside, put it towards the Oldsmobile. Set of ladder bars, I think they're under 200 bucks if I remember right. Upper control arms, the tie rod ends, so let's just say $800 for argument's sake right there. Bushings were already ordered, but we'll count that $300, so there's $1,100. I need to go find a donor car for the spindles, and then the hopefully the brake hardware as well, the brackets for the calipers. So I can get rotors. If they're bad, I can use them as cores. If not, I can have them turned. I may do a slotted rotor, give that a try. Then I got to get a master cylinder and a booster. And then was told the full-size GM car is like the Priuses and big Buicks and whatnot. I have the 11-inch rear drums. I think most Cutlasses came with 10-inch, but you just put the 11-inch rear drums. He says that makes a world of difference. And it may not be quite as good as four-wheel disc, but says it's going to be good for all intents and purposes. So I think we'll look into that as well. So there may be some junkyarding in the future. Bubba's got her hooking up the hill here at 45. I remember those days. Jumping on the freeway and just wishing he had a couple extra horsepower. Just gonna scoot on over here too out of the way, so it works out for me. Yeah, I didn't take the camera inside Dude's shop. I was kind of anxious to get home and get the video going. But he had a early 40s Chev. It's like they were doing a front frame clip with the independent front suspension and a small block Chev in it. There was a early Mustang sitting in there. I don't know what year. A little rough. The body was a little scraped up on her. Paint looked decent, but it looks like they were getting ready to do some body work on it. It was a Roadrunner, late 60s, real early 70-ish Plymouth sitting in there. Front clip was off and a 383 in her. some sort of car. There was an early 20s, well, you know, probably a late 20s car, roadster. Interior looked like it was gutted out of it, but the body was in really nice shape. The paint was good on it. Just in for some interior work or what? Got a 60-something Chevy truck in there. Different projects going in, quite a few cars going. Another one I couldn't tell what it was, the clip was off. Looked like a Chrysler product, mid-60s or so. Dude was over there just sanding away on it, getting body filler taken care of. Yeah, busy shop. It's kind of small, but pretty cool. Especially that frame. Like I say, just a wealth of information on that stuff. Pulled open a couple of websites and showing me where to go to look for things. The Global West site, they got a lot of stuff. APC or SPC, I think it is. I didn't jump on their site yet, but I'll do that tonight when I get home or tomorrow. Well, we've come full circle. Back to the olds again. But it is Friday. Not going to be a very busy day. Put some screws together, cut some floor protection for Monday. Monday's floorboard day when we put the permanent boards in. I got a little audit that I have to conduct, part of my job within the company. To do at the end of next week, so I need to get on that. 10 questions I have to go around and answer. Other than that, I haven't talked to the brother this week at all, really. Other than to let him know I was picking up the frame. I'll fire him off a message when I get to work and let him know I at least picked it up. I don't know what he's got planned for this weekend. I may see if he wants to go scrapping if it's still on for tomorrow. Maybe I'll take him out to lunch or something. Starting to work on the fair lane. We saw a couple of little videos. He was going to start working on the engine bay, get that cleaned up, sprayed. He was thinking about putting an order in for a nice big compressor. Oh, I gotta let him know. Hey Kevin, if you're watching this and I haven't told you, Ben Moore, man, he's got a HO distributor for a 4-liter Jeep. I asked him what he wanted for it, and he says a favor later on. I don't know what he means by that, but something to consider, or if you want to offer him some money for it. But he does have one rolling around in the back seat of his Dodge pickup. So if you really need one, he says it's good. He pulled it out of a Jeep that he scrapped. Let me know, get in contact with him. Need him to look at it, or I can snag it for a day to bring it by, or whatever. Lovely fog. Coming up on 2 p.m. Ken, I think, was getting ready to spray the passenger side of his car this weekend. I think that's what he was shooting for. I don't know, if we're out bombing around with scrapping and get done with that, I may give him a buzz and see if he's home. We'll swing by and see what he's up to and how it's looking. See if he ever bought his respirator or not. Get you a kit update. Go over and check his channel out. He had the front clip sprayed black and he put the light in just to get an idea. It's pretty cool. So he's getting closer to his goal as well. He said next he wants to do the Starsky and Hutch Torino. So if any of you out there know a source for a good Torino, just remember Ken is a Jeep bastard, so he's not going to spend a lot of money. But let me know, I'll pass the info on or go over and yak at him. he mentioned he wanted to look into that later this year. I kind of told him, man, you concentrate on getting the kit taken care of first before you start looking for the next project. That one's pretty easy. Really nothing, no modifications to it. Just a V8 paint job. Make sure the body's straight. Of course, I told him, if you do that, you got to put a 351 in one of those things. I mean, it's a big car. Frustrating sitting here at work all day when I know I got that chassis sitting at home and I can be looking for parts, sit down and formulating a game plan. Rob, Pierce MKRB, says he got the passenger mirror on his Camaro. Hey, can I borrow your front spindles for a while, bud? I'll return them sometime down the road. I need the front brakes too. I need to get together with a few of these folks and see about hitting up that LeMay Auto Museum. Start seeing if we can get some interest going for maybe next month. Give a few weeks notice, see who's got what going on. Oh, Froggy in the parking lot too. Sneak in front of dude in the green coat here. Get things rolling. We'll find us some parking. Yep, the old truck done good today. Of course, why wouldn't it have? There's no weight on that trailer. Where's this Camry going? Let's turn that way. I don't know, that frame maybe weighs 300 pounds? 350? I mean, I was able to lift one side of it up myself to one-handed to get the tarp underneath it because I covered it up on the trailer more than anything just to keep prying eyes off it so it doesn't walk away. I should chain it to the trailer or something, but I'm just glad to have it in my possession. It has arrived. Alrighty, we will catch y'all after work. Well, you can see that the fog never lifted. It's not bitter cold, but windows are just fogged over. Icy. Okay. It's all good. Ooh, nippy, not too bad. Defrost the windows a little bit. Scraped everything. That one goes down. All right. Interrupted by Mopar Man. Supposed to be Mopar Man, but he forgot to be Ben. Kevin, I got the distributor. If you want to give it a try. So it doesn't rattle, doesn't flop around too much. It doesn't have a cap and rotor on it, but you need to replace yours anyway. But at the very least, you can try it and see if it works. That's if you watch this video and I don't see you before then. This thing probably won't be uploaded till late tomorrow. Still got the video to put up of dragging the frame home. I was still saving when I left work today, so get that uploading tonight. That's a 20-some minute video. 20-30 minutes, something like that. Roads are a little damp, but not icy. That's, I don't know, maybe mid-30s out there right now. It's chilly, but not stinking cold. Not like the frost we had last few nights. Or this morning when I got up. We'll just cruise it on home. Got another flag that I ordered, hoping that'll show up here shortly. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Keep you in suspense again. I'm going to take the American flag and put it on a pole. So that means I got to go buy a flagpole now for the inside. Dig around, see what I can find for a nice one, oak or something like that. With nice to find one with a nice brass eagle on top and a heavy base, but that's going to cost me a couple of bucks. If I could at least just find the big brass eagle, I could make my own. Gonna push it tonight. Oh, that dude's puffing out a whole lot of stuff there. Older alumina. Yeah, it's a little froggy. Not bad. I've seen worse. Kind of reminds me of driving through that Central California there. Way down there in California. This is what we used to deal with in Tracy for weeks on end, day and night. Then you'd pop over the Altamont Pass to head into the Livermore, Dublin area and hit the top of the pass. And holy crap, the sun's out, you couldn't see. Luckily, just on the other side of the pass, there was a Walmart. Pop in, grab a cheap pair of sunglasses so you at least see for your drive. Only drawback was every winter you wound up with 2-3 extra pair of sunglasses. So no scrapping tomorrow. It's not going to happen this weekend. Scrap lady's daughter's coming up from Portland and she just had a kid, so scrap lady's gonna hang out with the daughter and the grandkid. I says, you go do that. I don't have to take the scrap in. Totally flexible to her schedule on that, considering that she's not asking for anything in return. So is totally open. I may see what Kevin's up to. I may pop into town to hit Harbor Freight. I'm thinking I want to pick up a longer tarp to cover that frame. See what I got for some primer and some gloss black paint too to cover up the bare metal spots. Should have enough to hold me over. I'll spray over that overspray too on it just to dress it up. Not that I need to, but if it's like this tomorrow, I'm not going to try painting anything. I'll do that when the sun comes out. Anticipating foggy tomorrow too. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. Hang around the house. Like some sort of little hot dish there for the weekend to hold me over and then for a couple of days. Let's see, we're working on 787 Dreamliner number 99, line number 99, going to Qatar. Unfortunate thing about that is number 100 is going to South Carolina, so they're going to get all the glory for that. I was kind of hoping to see number 100. I think 250 and I think 500 are also going to Carolina. Oh well. Haven't heard of any resolution on our battery issues. I'm sure that'll be... I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something by the end of next week. Because I know Boeing's going to be hitting that hard. They're going to be hitting the suppliers hard. They're going to be looking at this stuff because they want to get the customers' planes back in the air. The customers want their planes back in the air. Meantime, we're still pushing airplanes out the door. One went out yesterday, and another airplanes heading out the door. I'm sure there's a few out on the flight line that are ready for delivery, all prepped up. So we'll have a few deliveries to do once we get clearance to fly again. Once we get our clearance. Roger. Make sure we get our vectors, Victor. Maybe I'll watch Airplane this weekend. Okay, everybody at work, you get your frame? Yep, I got her, I snagged her. Here's what I found out. I know 2 people at work that have 2nd generation Camaros. Hey, I need your spindles and your front brakes. Kick them over to me, would you? I'm good for it. I'll give them back when I'm done in 100,000 miles or so. Through here. Yeah, it was a last part of the day was kind of slow and boring. Walked in today and we were told that the plane number 99 was moving forward to position tonight at 11, which is end of shift. So, alright, cool. We got all 8 hours to mess around on the plane. And right before, I think it was just before lunch, they changed their mind. Yep, it's all tools down at 9:30. They want the plane to roll at 11. So I had an hour and a half with absolutely nothing to do. And today was not a very busy day anyway. All our jobs were done as far as we could get them. So it's just kind of a prep day for Monday. Get all our floor protection cut and ready to go. Get all our fasteners put together and ready to go. Oh well. They still paid me $25 an hour to stand around for an hour and a half. Third shift guys come in and we're taking care of the line move. They're getting paid time and a half. Tonight's their Saturday evening, so. Oh, power to them. Saw one of my old supervisors. I guess he's on third shift now. I didn't actually get to talk to him, so down the line a little ways. Down to go yak at him and he disappeared, so I have to keep my eyes open for him. Pretty good guy. Chemical painted Toyota. Done though. I'll say we'll just probably fart around the house for most of the weekend. I don't know, I may go down and see Ken, I may not. We'll at least give him a call and see what he's up to. Should try to get that center carrier taken care of on the Jeep though. That done, then it's just a reassembly process for that axle. Need to get that into the house. Oh, excuse me. half made me tired. Probably won't be up late. Of course, I was up early again this morning too, so I won't be up late tonight. I'm saying that as I'm driving home at 11:30 in the evening. I am pumped though. Got a game plan for the Oldsmobile. I got this vision in my head of this beautiful chassis. All the suspension's done, everything's painted a nice gloss black. Got the springs in it. Got my SS2 wheels, 15 by 8 inch. Some nice BF Goodrich Touring TA tires with the white letters facing out. Ready to accept the body. Motor and trans already mounted up into it. A work of art, just the underframe. But it's not going to be cheap. But restorations aren't cheap anyway. The frame's going to help out a lot. List of parts just to get that together. I know the upper control arms on the rear, I haven't heard of any issues with those. The rear, the lower ones, they tend to crack and bend or whatnot, so I'll probably upgrade those. It's a 12-bolt rear end, so that should be plenty stout. I'd like to do a locker, but that all depends on the budget. I can take that in and have Randy's do that down the road, you know, next winter when the car's not on the road or whatever. Still got half a tank of fuel, so plenty of gas for next week. Base that they're using now, so a little concerned that it might start rusting cars out. It's not as salty as using this straight up salt like they use back in the Midwest. Oh, that's gonna be a long video, 40-50 minutes. Oh well. I'm just yakking on. The heater cranked up. Maybe that's why I'm feeling kind of sleepy. 75 degrees inside the truck here, almost 80 degrees at that time. Springs, tie rod ends, control arms, spindles, brakes. Buy a nice aftermarket master cylinder and brake booster. Maybe even look into the OEM style for that car for the front disc brakes. Rear end all painted up, lower control arms in the back, got all those bushings coming. Clean the axles and everything else, they're nice and black. Springs, I've already said that. Hotchkiss are red, so I'll probably go for the other company because they're gray powder coat. Just so I don't have, I mean, it's not going to be able to notice it, but just so I don't have red springs hanging out of the car. You can respray them, but... Ooh, wow! sleepy. Get home, a little grub to eat. That other video uploading, we'll get this one into the movie maker and get it rendering. So it'll be ready tomorrow to upload, I hope. That turn light is so short. Good times, good times. Ooh, again, jeez. What happens when you wake up a couple hours early for 2 days in a row and still stay up late? Oh, it's clinking down here. Oh, it's the distributor. Hitting my brake pedal lock, my security feature that I don't use anymore. Home sweet home. Alrighty, you all have yourselves a fantabulous evening or day or whatever it is when you're watching this. I will catch you in the next exciting video. Don't know what we're gonna do, don't know where we're gonna do it, but by golly, we're gonna do something. I back myself into my parking spot here. I can almost see it. Alrighty, y'all be good. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.